Good morning. It's Thursday, May 13th. So the other day I talked about tools, and it occurred to me, looking around, that I have a subset of tools that might be a surprise both to beginning potters and to non-potters, and that is to say brushes. You associate brushes with painters. But there are a variety of brushes that I've collected over the years for a variety of reasons, and I'm going to go through them now in no particular order. So, this is a stencil brush. It's designed to go like this. So, fairly stiff bristles. Anyway, I find it very useful for brushing dust out of the lines of a signature on the bottom of a pot, but I also end up using the handle to make dents in pots around the bottoms. And I even textured part of it because I needed to apply a texture inside of a sculpture. Not sure where I got this. I've had it for a long time. So, similar function, that is to say, this is just a whisk, but it's a good brush for brushing clay dust off of things. I haven't tried it with anything else. Okay, this is a recent. This is to replace one that I'd had for 30 years and finally wore all these bristles down. But this is a kind of brush you use to push glaze through the sieve when you're sieving glaze. Need something, and I need something with stiff bristles, some length because you're going to be, in some gooey glaze. You don't want your hand in there. Okay, and then there are these. These they actually sell in varying widths, and I've heard, although I've never done it, that what you do is you buy a wide one, and then you sort of cut whatever length you want. These are very soft, and so I find this ideal for applying slip onto something. And that's broad areas of slip, like when I'm doing the whole interior or something with porcelain slip. So, then we get into the decorative brushes. Okay, this is fairly common. It's good for touching up glazes, but it's good also for making sort of brush marks on things when you're decorating. One challenge with this, though, is you get into making these sort of pseudo-Japanese kanji, and there was a point where I was just doing, made-up things, and people would ask me what they meant, and I would say, "Oh, nothing," and then I realized, "Oh, they might mean something." And of course I don't know what they mean, and it seemed sort of a sketchy area to be wandering into, so I stopped doing that. Okay, same principle, soft, you get a nice line off of this. This is good for banding a pot. And on the same principle, you just, a smaller scale, but the same basic type. Okay, then you get into even smaller brushes. And these are for when I'm doing these very intricately decorated things with underglazes and so forth, and I need a lot of control. Don't really need all that handle, but that's the way they're made. And then you get the tiniest little brushes. And this is one I actually reserve exclusively for applying gold luster onto things, which, a little goes a long way, and you do want a lot of control. So, brushes, who knew? Yeah. And I suppose there are ways of doing the work of a potter without any brushes, but I don't know them. Have a good day.